Greatest sets in Ultimate history.
Talk is cheap.
Acola and Asimo came up at the same time, not in the same era or even in the same year, but at the exact same time. Their breakout runs were at the same tournament, in fact, Kaguribi 7 in May of 2022, where 31st seed Asimo and 57th seed Acola met in grand finals. They are even both in each other's top 5 most played opponents, with 18 sets thus far into Ultimate's lifespan. Of those 18 sets though, the set count is a little more dire. When the two met at Sumobato 51, Asimo had already secured a place in winners side grand finals, and Acola had to reach him through losers after losing to Akakikusu before top 8. With only one set needed to win, there may have actually been some hope for Asimo. Acola's approach going into game 1 was quite unusual. The two almost immediately broke into a scrap, something that is traditionally very ill-advised against the Shotos. But for the first half of the match, the two went quite even. Because of Steve's insane up tilt and jab, Acola was able to keep up with Ryu in these scraps and actually managed to take the first stock. As the game progressed, however, Asimo began to find his footing, and because of the greater depth of safe, quick moves that Ryu has, he was able to regain the lead and even take the match in a quick JV2. Going into game 2, the changes Acola had to make were simple. Asimo's footsies and spacing proved too formidable in scraps, with him securing 2 stocks after Acola whiffed a grab, and because of the aggressive game Acola was playing, he couldn't get enough resources to abuse Steve's iron and higher ranking tools. Acola shifted his focus to avoiding interactions and focusing on pokes with minecarts, anvils, and bears, while keeping himself on blocks above Ryu to prevent him from being reached. This gave him a quick lead, but as the match progressed, it proved difficult for Acola to maintain it, with Asimo killing off far less neutral interactions. Asimo's devastating advantage let him pull out an incredibly tight game 2. Asimo started game 3 with a stock lead, putting Acola on the back foot. Asimo was proving himself to be simply incredible at the matchup. His usage of focus attack on the blocks was nearly completely invalidating him, and he was able to take advantage of setups like he himself was playing Steve.
But for how long are tricks?
Oh
my goodness!
my god, what was that? What did he hit him with?
Still though, it was clear Acola was getting more comfortable. In this game he was able to make the difference by amping his advantage, securing kills just as low as Asimo was able to. This difference allowed him to take game 3 and poise himself for a potential reverse 3-0. Game 4 once again saw Acola camping like he tried in Game 2, and once again Asimo was able to find a quick lead. When Acola didn't have a wall up, Shokunets provided Asimo with an incredible poke that kept Acola from minecarting, or really moving in general. For the rest of Game 4, Acola focused on a more mid-range style, using walls as baits instead of hiding behind them and resetting, and once again poking at Ryu with mid-range minecarts that were harder to fireball. Acola was able to slowly claw himself back throughout the course of the game, and when it was reaching its end, an early edgeguard secured him at Game 5. Asimo was one game away from securing his first real win over Acola, but was also on the precipice of getting reverse 3-0'd. The momentum was swinging for Acola and the nerves were clearly getting to Asimo. Would the World Warrior finally be able to pull it out? Everything comes down to this.
Asimo surviving, but having to contend with it. It's the uppercut! Asimo! Down goes Acola!